Now, no one can force it on you yet. You still can object. But you're looking at, you can't get, so nurses, for example, can't keep their license in their job unless they get a flu shot, a Hep B shot, a couple of others as well, depending on whether they work in ICU or just RNs or whatever.
I've got friends that are looking for a new career because of
Yeah. So they're being forced already. That's directly taking away. And remember what I said earlier about a government having no power over the people. This goes directly against how governments were formed and the constitution that we were formed under, where it states very clearly, the government cannot negatively affect the livelihood of its citizens. So it actually cannot say, you can't have your license to work as a nurse or we'll take your job. That's directly affecting that person's livelihood. It goes against the constitution and goes against common law. But people don't have, first of all, the education, which takes generally quite a bit of time to get your head around that. But also, do you have the time, the resources, the money to then go and fight that in court against the government and against the medical body? Most people don't. So that's a rock and a hard place there. But yes, children, I did a talk in Moolamah today where the people had to go pick up their kids from daycare in Queensland because they can't get them in New South Wales. Again, that's directly affecting the livelihood. They have to go out of their way to do things that they could be looking after the family. They have to have extra expenses. They can't have their children getting in amongst the community and early learning in their own area. That's directly affecting the livelihood. Again, unconstitutional. It goes against common law. So again, this is part of an education that people need, and I honestly don't know. Do we have enough time for people to really get their heads around this? Would it take too long? Would people not bother? I don't know. For the last 6 or 7 years, I've been showing people how not to pay a fine if it's given to you by police or council. The ones that are listening, every single one of them's got out of the fine. Told a lot of people about it. No, I'll just pay it. It's just easier. I don't want to know about it. I'll just pay it.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, so everything to do with contracts. When you're born, there's a corporation set up in your name. What you have to learn is completely to divide you, the flesh and blood living being, from the corporation, the legal fiction that's set up in your name. What most people do is they'll get a bit of an idea and go, hey, I'm going to fight this. They don't have a full idea. I liken it to martial arts. If you go and do 3 weeks of martial arts classes and you learn an arm bar, a kick and a punch, and you think you're going to do that in real life, you're going to get a nasty lesson handed to you, because you're not. You've got to train martial arts for years and years before you can use it in an actual situation. If you start to half-ass learn common law and you want to go up against the government, which owns the military, what chance do you have unless you really, really know what you're doing? You know, a lot of people get themselves into trouble, or they write 2 letters, they don't know how to write the follow-up letter, so it falls back on them. Oh, it didn't work, that stuff doesn't work. They don't know it. And it's dangerous that's why I don't teach it to people. It's dangerous. I'm not good enough at it to teach it, and also it's dangerous to give people half the story, not the full story. But I give people at least the idea that it's there. So if they want to go, hang on, what that guy's saying, that resonates with me. I want to learn this. I want to seek that out. Same with health, same with vaccines, same with anything. I'm never going to tell people what they should or shouldn't do. And yeah.